It's a Saturday once again. It's a Saturday once again. Apela here, Keith Ngesi Radio, KNR, here to entertain, here to motivate, here to revive each other spiritually. Magama esingesi funeka uwatye, you eat English words. Awukwazi wona spiritually ongathi wafunde nqubela JSS, you know what I'm saying? Here to entertain and do all. Gama lenkqubo social eco. From 11 to 12, sisonke on Facebook and on YouTube. Welcome, guys. It's been a long week. A lot has happened. Lo mastermind we crime, that Boza guy. Banomfana nani. Lo mfana usejele ucaba unguphunyuka bemphethe uyisepha ebese court yangapha ubester yes, then ngapha ibhoza yamabhoza usozimali naye wathetha. As a result we felt into nokubana namhlanje let's talk money. Ching ching cheba ching ching money eyona ndithandayo ke ngamalady imali nkosi yami esingenayo phofu, but kube kuhleli into nobana indoda must. So sizothetha ngalo mcimbi ke guys. Welcome here, welcome to Keith Ngesi Radio. It's a Saturday. Sizaba sonke ke, as I said, from 11 to 12. Obviously ke andikho kwanto ndiyaziyo ngamali mina. I've got my guest, a young, andikho sure ngobu handsome, but ikhona ichap up ecinga fana ba ngayisho ngestory sayo, and ithi yazazi into ezinemali. Andikho sure ubuzawuthetha ngayo enayo, ndizayiva kwalapha kuyi ubunayo namani bendinibona ubuso bakhe ngexesha engekathethi nothetha. Hola boy. Ukrent.
Shabu kanjani?
Shap bro. Boys sizawuthetha ngemali. Kuthethwe ngemali iveki yonke. Okoko amaxhekozana excited ukuthi onyuselwe imali nge100 yonke. But ziyakhalaza amazitotywala ngapha ecaleni ukuthi ishort inyuke nge5 ukhe wayithi ekhethile masiqala apha eshortini ukuthi ishort inyuke nge5. Yithi nento leshort inyuke nge5 afonini.
Kaloku into from the budget speech bikhona.
Okay.
Andithi ezimali ezinyuswa ngayo zinceda kwale economy yethu. Ngoku lo nto ithetha uba in top of as taxes ne-VAT nento nezibhatalayo bakhona nezicaleni ezizama uku-add to the fund that is then taken back to distribute ukwenyusa economy yethu.
So urhulumente uyabenefita kule mali naye still
bayabenefita enjani
uzele loo nto ke apha ke ihlo yona nto izeleyo kanye kapha ihlo uzokwazi uzosina se-empowerisha ngento ezinjalo. Boy ungubani?
Bandibulele benithekane nalo ngubhuti umsasazi na. Kodwa ke ndingukwanda Dose.
Yes sir.
Ngwasemthatha ikhaya lisecala. Kodwa ke ngokuphangela ngisePitoli.
Okay. Alright. Uphelela lapho uzazisa.
Dimlo kodwa ke xa ninophinde ndidlule ke ndingathi ke kukho abantu bengenasebenza nabo ebethanda unqula thathi yathi yanibamba ke lento.
Okay.
Kumfana wedla ngotsho mana sithi hey Kwanda Dose Kwandalicious.
Oh.
Youngest CEO in Africa. Yawo.
Lange CEO
In Africa. That means yes, I'm part of an organization ekuthiwa iPesa Consulting, asset management. So I'm a director and a partner khona.
Yo, wendinimika mnyaka.
Hayi imbalo qithi. Ngiyabona nawe ngoba ndizemsha qithi.
Ushwa. Usingle when you married?
Sing.
Yo, khawuphinde uyikale phansi. Khawuke ezandla. Usingle when you married?
Ezinto azithethwe izinto boy, kodwa ke ndikhona.
Hey, wendini hayi man Boy yami sizothatha ngemali namhlanje, and you know eyona nto ivele ibe buhlungu is that ngifuna singene kuyo, you know, because ixesha livele liyakhawuleza livele libaleke ihlo. Zinto nozothetha ngazo nam. In fact mandikukhumbuza into esothetha ngazo namhlanje yokuqala. I-basics ze-accounting. Basics. What can you say ngento ne-accounting phakathi?
Okay, so I think my background now speaks
Yes.
for itself.
Okay.
I'm a, like I said, a director at Pesa Consulting,
Okay.
which is an asset management firm. I'm an accountant by profession.
Okay.
So ibanja la umuntu xa eva usithiwa umuntu is an accountant already, we start thinking imali. Lo muntu unemali or uyazibala imali and all of that.
Okay.
Yabo. Which is true, but andikho sure ngalena uba unemali uthini uthini. Kuba ke uke wahleba bathi hey kuthiwa indoda must. Iba nzima ke loo nto leyo.
Siphila kuloo nto.
So basics or basically accounting in a nutshell is basically tracking and recording of your revenue, your expenditure, your assets and liabilities. Yabo.
Okay.
Londo is recorded in something called a balance sheet, the income statement, and the cash flow. Now it gets technical or the more the cars are good. It's as simple as that. Basically, abayazi when you understand on a day to day, you are accounting for something. You are an accountant. Ngoba nawe uyakwazi ubeka imali uthi ngibudgetele into ethile, sizawuthenga into ethile. Once wayithenga uthatha iziliphu ubeke phansi ubhale. That on its own is accounting. But yeah, it's an accounting field to bookkeeping there.
Okay.
So, but you and accounting on its own is broad. He has fun enough with some of there's new fields like law and doctors where you do an overall and then you go out and then you specialize in something.
Okay.
So like what I've done is so funded accounting, the past and all of that, and then I've decided, but now I'll focus on asset management. That's more up one part of.
All right.
what
So
accounting is.
it's a wing of accounting, asset management.
Yes.
Okay. What other wings are there around
Um,
accounting?
so there's you've got, like I said, a revenue, which is what now you'd find abantu abaninzi would be more understanding or combined nabasebenzela zona, where you have a revenue office, an expenditure office, you've got a budget office, you've got where they prepare financial statements, they've got payroll. Yeah,
Okay.
those are all things that are under an umbrella accounting. So then you become a finance unit within the institution.
Okay. I think to a certain extent the comment yakho covers my next question, because bendiza kubuza uba into nge-accounting opportunities. I think ezugqibo zitsho those are accounting. Hey, isingesi nkosi yam. Those are accounting opportunities.
Correct.
Izinto ntobana xa after matric ungalandela leni field under the umbrella ye-accounting.
Accounting, yes.
All right. Into esiyaziyo, in fact mangathi esiyaziyo kuphela, nani baphulaphuli niyayazi into nokubana i-accounting thina sihamba into esiyazi into yobana umuntu xa sele nantsika top of the range ye-accounting okanye accountant kwi-accounting kufuneka abe yi-CA, lena kuthiwa yi-chartered accountant.
Yes.
Okay. Unayi-comment kuloo nto?
Yes. So that's basically what most people, including myself, ufunda kwethu from high school, then Fike Varsity, you are exposed to what your ultimate position will be if you follow this line of accounting, which is already would be seen, would be termed e-commerce, or become accounting and all of those things. So yes, ngaphandle, it is something that's commonly known, and once you go accounting route, then that means you'll be a chartered accountant. you
Okay.
know. Not all of us get to that level,
Okay.
but we still understand and utilize the same resources.
Okay.
Now you become then ufunda esikoleni, you go through your articles, you do your board exams, and then you qualify,
Okay.
upasa kwakho as a chartered accountant, which is now termed a CA,
Okay.
Ithathelwa phezulu ke.
Kakhulu. That's why ndikoma andikwazi udlula, andikwazi ungathethi ngayo. Ndiyayazi loo nto leyo. Into ethathwa serious kakhulu leyo.
Injalo boy. But yeah, not taking away from it, nyani, it gives you a line of respect. Abantu bayakubona bathi hayi uyayeka uba ukwanda ube ngoba But they give you that respect. You find out, like I said, even now in your fields, law and all of that, whatever you would have specialized in, or whatever is the top ranked at that point, then it gives you a level of respect. Right. Engage now, they engage you at a certain level. Yeah.
Okay. Friends, family, if you have a comment, yibeke ibhale so that sizakwazi uyifunda azophefumula where possible. If you comment or any question azokwazi uresponda where possible. Keith Ngesi Radio on Facebook and on YouTube. Keith Ngesi Radio, we are live. Xalela nabanye sisabangena besiyabangena boy masiqhubele xesha ngoku it's 17 minutes past 11 and sine hour kuphela silapha. Job opportunities in your field. Qala uphinde usikhumbuze ubuthe uyintoni yena yakho ifield line of field wayikhetha under accounting.
So yes, I'm an accountant.
Okay.
As would anyone refer to me.
Okay.
But then this then I specialize in asset management.
Okay.
So abanye abantu would think they must not confuse asset management with what banks do, because e-banking now would be managing different type of assets, which is liquid assets, imali. Yeah. Then Tina, we are looking at the assets in terms of infrastructure, movables. Is do is little goes on his mic is teta goes, upper a studio become the assets zala.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we manage and run. Yeah,
okay.
That's our core business, but then gets back on again as the advisory and preparations of financial statements and all of that.
Okay.
So yes, like I said, or mentioned that accounting is broad in the sense that there's different things that you can do that at the end of the day fit in and relate to what then we will term financial statements as managed.
Okay.
You get somebody that works at revenue, collections, abantu abasebenza ne-debtors, abantu abakolotayo, an institution, creditors, abantu abakolotayo, and all of that. So depending on what you aspire to see yourself at, then you choose in ube part kwezinto, or you can be a GP accountant and just know everything and work with everything abroad.
Oh, kwa accounting zikhona ne-GPs. So inaphaya i-general practitioner, just like in doctors.
Well, ungayibiza kanjalo, but yes, it's basically that.
Okay.
That you come to Spanibani, ABC company, then athi, but for furthermore, you can go to another specialist in house.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So for one to succeed kwinto ene accounting boy, kufuneka thini umuntu?
Hey. Unzima lo mbuzo put himself. I think to succeed in anything, you need to draw the passion.
Okay.
Mayiphume kuwe enhlizweni. Maybe into nawo uzibonayo ba the day ndifika or ndifikelela, this is what it's gonna do for me. Personally, this is what it's gonna do for your family yako and then your community at large. Yeah. So it's not an easy comment to allude to, but you need, like I said, it needs to come from.
All right.
Yeah, it needs to come
So
from
it goes back to what is always said. Once you start, you need consistency.
Yes.
And for one to be consistent, you need to develop passion for the field you've chosen, especially if no one chosen the field for you.
Correct.
You decided yourself. And you know what they always say. Anything that you do without love amounts to labor. Uhlala uzibona ubulaleka because awunayo passion yalento. In fact, wenzela abazali most of the time abantu kwi-careers abazikhethayo, they do them or they follow those careers because esonqena no disappoint abazali, but ibe inhliziyo yakhe ingekho phaya. As a result, abantu ke ngoku that's where anxiety, depression and all comes in, because uthi umuntu seye graduateile wayifumana lento whether at varsity level or TVET, athi ngoku every day xa funeka evuke ekseni ahamba phangele, i-energy is not there.
Yes.
Because lento ayenzayo akayithandi. So you're saying ukuze uphumelele kulento, passion kufuneka ube nee-feelings zayo, ibibibhalewa le career yakho manje uvuka kusasa uthi olhlobo nisafila ngalo lolu benifila ngalo izolo.
Yes.
And yona ngeke ikudisappoint.
Do.
Ayifani nale gender. Yo ulala unomntu ndanga kusakusathethwa loo nto leyo. Kukho i-offer engcono eyathi qho. Senze ntoni kanti?
And yiloo nto nditshoyo
Okay.
Boyam uba passion, and again now uzobe ufundile wayifundela and you qualified.
Yes, sir.
Those kulo mzekelo uqhubeka, no one can take that away from you.
Never.
Yabo. Nango lesingabi na ungavuka ulale ugule uthini, but I'll always be an accountant, you know.
Okay.
Andizovuka legenda imgili. So
Hey, bayemka.
ndizovuka isekhona, and you know lento nditshoyo naba izinto zikudrivayo again attract nabantu ababukeleyo. Then you get people that are motivated and want to, you know, also be part or follow your footsteps, you know. Then that's where now, you know, now where you get la boost. You're like, oh, okay, so lento nenzayo, I mean, iyabonakala. And it's hard to extend the man this strong. Lento kuyithiwa feeling yam is always still the same as today. And it's hard because now I didn't get on to
Okay.
and then that's where then you get more motivated.
Okay.
Nam ndiyafuna uba lento and ndiyafuna ibe success.
Okay.
Lento ndiyenzayo.
Uthethe kamandi xa ubuqala wathi sonke nimvile nani baphulaphula, you heard what he said about budgeting. Every day we budget. You wake up in the morning, I'm going to use 50 rand for my lunch. For supper, I'm going to buy ucukuceza, la language ucukuceza. In fact, ke some of us sicukuceza eWoolies, eWoolworths xa into ucukuceza. Brandi ifuna ngento utheni uhleka fethu.
Ndiyaxolisa.
Ewasendiqhawula fethu because you know wona bra ikhona lento endiyithethileyo because sicukuceza eWoolies singabanye.
Ayakho nto imbi, ayakho nto imbi. Ndithi wona ndiyafunda uba ndisikho nto uyifundileyo kum, hayi.
So on budgeting, we are not aware ngomcimbi we-budget. Ligama eliseliqhelele into yobana ndaze ndabudgeta this, ndaze ndathini. Is there a prescribed way of budgeting? Prescribed way of budgeting is there?
There is, esifunda ngayo esikolweni.
Okay.
You know, apho bazokuxelela uba hayi ubudgeta using other options, whatever options that are available to you. But yeah, nguye uhamba nawe ebomini uzibonele sometimes, okay, yes, that was the base lebendifunda esikolweni, but okay, now this is what works for me as uGwanda, this is what works for me as uQabela, azizofana.
Okay.
As much as ibase yethu besinikiwe yona iseyinto enye, so
Okay,
we always go back to the same base. For instance, one of the options ezake sasifunda kuba, so when you budget, always start from zero.
Okay.
Because if uzoqala kula one bumbekile the previous budget, you're already taking the issues zapha and you're bringing them forward.
Living in the past.
Yabo, injalo. Kanti if we start from zero, it's like, okay, masizibeke phansi zonke izinto, ithini, what do I want? What do I want to achieve? But before sifike nalapho, wena boy, abantu need to understand a budget is solely for wena.
Okay.
You know, now xa uzowenza lo budget leyo, you need to understand and define two things.
Okay.
One, unantoni. Now that is umuntu osebenzayo, you know, how much do you earn?
Okay.
Now, how much do you earn also needs to be defined in the sense yoba ungathethi ngento yebonus oyifumana kanye, or imali ingena once in a while. We're talking about something that's constant. So a salary yakho becomes an easy, you know, example to make. So once you know about, okay, ndiholi 20,000 mna ndingumGwanda.
Okay.
Now, what do I need versus what do I want? Ndingadluli yiloo nto ke boy. So now i-base yakho ye-budget xa uyiqala, mna always say xa ndithetha nabantu uba thatha i-bank statement yenyanga ephelileyo.
Okay.
And then use the needs and wants, start ticking off. Zintoni. Then uzibeka, then prepare your budget for le nyanga ke ngosiya kuyo. Let's say April unazi ku-March.
Okay.
So ithathile i-budget, nazi i-bank statement yakho and you've ticked off. But nazi expenses, nazi imali ezingenileyo, including my salary.
Okay.
Now let's define what is constant kuzo zonke izinto. Yabo. So salary yakho, yes, constant. Like I said,
Mbani mzezo nto.
bonus
Okay.
is not constant. It's one.
Okay, okay.
So awukwazi uyifaka as imali uyifumanayo.
Okay.
On a year, on a month to month. Same Like we are about, so what do I spend on?
Okay.
Money is constant, you know.
Ayixoxe.
But na lapho depending on how you use it.
Okay,
Abanye abantu
okay,
ke
okay.
bayakwazi bazama uyibamba baye abuphelile mawuphele ngaphinda ufake late. Yabo
Okay.
okanye manicima igiza ndithini yabo. But standard things like your what you pay into the insurance.
Okay.
Yabo, what you pay for policies and all of that. Those are things that are constant. So those are things that you bring into your budget. But le into nakanjani izohlala ikhona.
Hey, imake boy. Hey. Wabiza igama eli serious. Boy, isi ingakumbi as the black community. Andikaqala noqala sensithi ingakumbi as the black community. You should see salary advices zethu, see black community. I-policies, the money, andifuna andikhalela uthi we invest because I don't think ufaka umuntu i-funeral cover yomntu is an investment andiyaba ndizayibeka kanjani. But the money, boy, to a certain extent I think and believe that I think we see too much windows ne funeral policies and all. Do you have any comment or any advice on such issues? On such an issue?
Thank you. Funeral policies or any policies for that matter that you also, yes, it's a good, I would say when you avoided investment, but it's a good investment, you know, air quotes that is anceda in the long run.
Okay.
Yes, but it's not. I would not advise that then you take too much of it.
Okay.
Because now, so for many phone calls, and as 087 and unknown
Yes.
numbers before. But do you think Mr. Majola is it enough? Lemalunayo, ubekele
Yes.
umama when uzibekele yona. Is it enough? Yabo. But now, as a person, understanding your budget, you need to start thinking, but is it necessary?
Okay.
Is it necessary? Because now there's enough and then there's necessary. Because those money invest. Remember, because I try 250. You figure at 100 in money, at 300. They accumulate this money. By the end of the month, you are paying over 2,000
Okay.
just on funeral policies. Go back.
Yes, that's my concern exactly boy. Ndidla ngojonga nami bendikhe ndajonge yam ndazama uchekisha uba kaba ndikhe ndahlala ndajonga nempilo ezi zabo phe ekhaya ndiqonda uba okay ubani kodwa use-healthy man. Nijonge uba ise-healthy kodwa le makhe ndiyibeke ecaleni because boy ngekhe because nale nto yopreferishela inantsika kakhulu, not in a bad way, i-future kakhulu, missing the moment because life is too short.
Yes.
Unemali ezinkulu ozibekela elaa xesha uphila for now and of which we are struggling ngoku but ujonge ingaphesheya. But ke it's something that has to be done at the end of the day. So boy masiye on your field of play, because i-ground lena,
Yes.
ubomi is a ground, is a playing field and we are all players.
Correct.
Kule area yakho njoba usithi gqe wingini nje usithi gqe ngapha ngase right njoba usithi gqe nje ngawela cala imenzana umcimbi job opportunities.
Zikhona, you know, opportunities, in the sense that if you search, you'll always find.
Okay.
But eyam search will be defined to inanzika, you know, finance. So you'll always find them zikhona, but you know, they require ezinye, I think into abantu abaninzi abanebethela ngayo experience. Now you get a lot of high profile positions than ezisezantsi.
Okay.
You know, zibe mbalwa ezingenayo, which now I think the introduction intense is starting to assist in bringing people into, you know, the field, because now you'd find, like I'm saying, high profile ones. So now go phuma ke ngesikolweni kodwa nansi opportunity revenue service kulo nansi kulo company. But
Okay.
then it says 5 years plus 10 years plus, you know, and all of that. At that point when you know zero.
Okay.
That's the reality now, not just in finance, but job market at large.
Yes.
You know, hence I'm saying now, Bona, the idea of bringing in interns started assisting. You know,
Okay.
always being was that then I think we need to start motivating abantu you know, who can but fully business.
Okay.
Because the more the businesses we have, the more space for kungene aba abancinci abantu, which is abantu abaphuma from universities and colleges and all of that. Yabo, ngoba at least bona as a small business it's easy for when you bathathe bakhule then bakhule into the space of having 10 years experience akwazi uapplyela lo position ke ngoku. Yabo, so now I think this is something that nathi ke ngoku we have started on as iPesa Consulting, you know, is that we bring in abantu abasezantsi. You get trained, unyuke be manager, at some point you'd want to venture into something else.
so sumcunce uyabaleka ngoku hleli kwi-first lane unishiya ngemva. Masiqale phansi apha ke ngoku kwi-Pesa Consulting. Yile uyi-CEO yayo, masiqale kuloo ndawo, right?
Kuthiwa
Yabona uyi-CEO, ndithanda CEO apha mfondini. Uyi-CEO.
kuthiwa
Siyibale kuthiwa. Okay, fine. Noba kuthiwa. Kuthiwa uyi-CEO. Now masiqale kule ndawo ke ngoku. Now apha asithethi ngento oyifundayo. Uthetha ngento eniyenzayo ekhampanini yakho. That's why nisithi sobaleka ngoku, because sithathele enzulwini ngoku. I need you to be clear, and I want our viewers and listeners to be clear that now you are talking about something that you are doing as a person,
Yes.
together with your colleagues.
Yes.
Ungatsho ke boy.
All right.
Busy the project your empowerish nenzani.
Going back,
Yes.
so clients zethu ne,
Yes.
in any given project that we get, we need X number of personnel. Yabo, abantu abazosebenza khona, excluding myself and my partner. Yabo, abantu abazobe bekhona on a daily to run. Now, like I was saying that, I was alluding to the fact that now as a small company, Tina, we don't go for, you know, abantu that are overly skilled and all of that, you know. We try and build abantu abane just the foundation. Kwanye abaphuma esikolweni. Say now come join. There's just the field you want to pursue. Yabo. The answer is yes, then we start grooming you into, you know, into the space until you decide when I've had enough.
Hey.
Ndifuna uphuma ndiyoqala into. I think I've got the 10 years. You might now join a bigger corporation. You know,
Okay.
but kamnandi ke mhlawumbi by that time nathi actually not even mhlawumbi by the time you decide uphuma uzobe ujike and started seeing that my man but nale company ndingene incinci yakhula nayo into the space now. So now what we do is clients zethu they're scattered. So when we get to, let's say, Eastern Cape, let's say Monti,
Okay.
sisebenze khona le client ikhoyo, we then try and approach it ngoba bring in local people. Singazi nabantu bethu baseGoli. Yes, abantu baseGoli bazoza to guide on how to.
Yes, because
but
kufuneka trainwe aba
yes,
ngoku.
kufuneka kube khona abantu abazotrain.
Okay.
Then now they become then the faces of
The company apha bona.
apha, and they are based apha. Asizanga nabantu abathetha isiSuthu nesitswana baze kulicala.
Okay. Imake boy. Ngumcimbi serious lo uthethayo. Umsebenzi into serious kakhulu boy yam. We ingathi nje mhlawumbe ube usenza umzekelo ba masithi kusenasika. Seni expande nyani nabe nifikile eMonti.
Asikafiki eMonti.
Okay.
Besemthatha bonyaka uphele. Yaphela contract, but ke we are still in the process of renewing.
Okay.
But
How many employees did you have Mthatha?
Mthatha we had Mthatha, okay, nanzini bandibuyele kuyo ba.
Okay.
Siyafika kulo project or lo client
Okay.
that has the personnel.
Okay.
But then needs the skill set but dincedise and improve. Yabo.
Okay.
Ngoba khona konsalela khona in performing my duties under the asset office.
Okay.
Yabo. So at that point ke xa situation enjalo, I don't bring in a team. Ndijonga aba bakhoyo ndithi, so tell me how far are you in terms of understanding. Yabo, like ibe ngathi ngoku ndifunda iCV yakhe ba. Okay, so ukwazi ukuthi. So then this is where I can help. Yabo.
Okay.
And then I become part of the team. As a preparer again, as I said, registers as. Yabo.
Okay.
But then you get in situations where asset office ayikho at all.
Okay.
Yabo. Then that's where the determining factor is uba ndiza nabantu abangaphi or how many people I'm going to bring in. For
Okay.
instance, if ndithetha ngoMthatha, we had 1, 2, bese bayi-5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's wonderful, my brother. That's wonderful. That's wonderful, but because abantu needs every job opportunity they can get. Kunzima, but kunzima kakhulu boy yam, kunzima kakhulu. Abantu are very very struggling. Sinabo ke nabantu abaphefumulayo apha ku Facebook. Nanku uMasiqole Bhomela utsho uthi sisonke mntax. Salute bafo. Then ukhona no Talu nathi idyani. Iyatsho nayo into nobana sisonke bafo nayo iyavela phaya. Nazo la madoda akhona ayavela, ndiyabulela manene, ndiyabulela. Now one thing endisho ngayo ngoku anombuzo ngayo i-viewer ne-listener, how do we get hold of iPheza Consulting?
Website,
Okay.
www.phezaconsulting.co.za. You'll find contact details under contacts. Uzobona myself, Kwanda Dose, and Umandisi Pheza. So Mandisi Pheza is a name behind the name. So uqale yena at a small scale, esenzela abantu financial statements, small businesses. Businesses, for instance, for abantu babili, kwaye umuntu uyasebenzela eyedwa.
Okay.
But because of what they're trying to achieve, big requirement yoba makenze financial statements, so benzela zona ne-tax returns nentoni kancinci kancinci. So then wazondifonela ngenye imini esitsho sithi hey, ndike ndabona mani uba ingathi ikhona into onayo accreditation ethile ukwazi usayina ezi documents zam, ndicela undisayinele. Ndisayine okokuqala, okwesibini, okwesithathu, ndithi hayi kodwa mfundini ndibhatale.
Okay.
Ndisayine nje
wafundini ayibo.
So usukela hayi into njalo ngoba hey mfundini ndithumele i-email, jonga i-email, uthathe usayine uthumele, then ndizawubhatala. So uyaqala kanjalo ndathi hayi yabona ke ngoku aba 500, 1000, 2.5, yes bayangena. How about sifaka abanye zero inyuke ethi 200,000 to 2 million, hoping to 20 million unyuka.
Hayi uke xa seyilapho kungalibali mfuni.
By now starting to change the model yethu, and let's have something we focus on. And now we need to at that space there we needed to start studying ba indoni esingayenza as both qualified accountants and as people that want to start business and make a difference, yabo. So sabona ukuthi yani ikhona gap into asset management, so masisifake khona and let's start advertise, sinqole nabantu khona umuntu ozothi azimamela. Yani ke wakhona umuntu waqala usimamela, we started working. Yaqala nje ijob ye 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
So from there it became certain months. From there by 3 years, which is some of the opportunities that we get, that they go up to 3 years and then they are siphinde siqalele, yabo, iphinde futhi iphume lo project, iphinde iqale phansi, yabo. So zinto ezinjalo. So yes, going back, so you find all of those contacts on our website. Then from there we can engage depending on what udinga from the services this is provided khona. Into endla ngoyitsho ke abantwini is that ndike ndothusa abantu, apho where kukhona audit and known as the accountant, and now engaging these new auditors. Now I'm also from an auditing background.
Okay.
But ngoku I'm on the other side of the fence. So your auditors was auditor mna esendim lo.
Uqoqa abantu.
So lo bhuti uyabuza ba hey uzazi njani izinto ze-engineering kanje nakanje. I'm not an engineer, I'm an accountant njengawo. But what I've done is I've invested time in trying to understand, because asset management includes imisebenzi that is done by engineers.
Okay.
So now I needed to start learning what these are, at a basic level. Yes, mhlambe ndingamane ndifunda to the point that omnye umuntu ndingamothusa acinga I'm an engineer and I'm not. But kuba ndiye ndimamele ndiva uthetha uthi xa usithi. Now, so now uthuza loo nto lo mntu uba hey njani. But yes, I did not necessarily only focus on understanding accounting, but I had to understand accounting to what am I working to?
Okay.
Yes. So like what you get, Amnandi, yes. Good example is with most entities, they have a function, your finance, your accountants. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you're in the, let's say in the medical field, there's an accountant in corner. At some point, we have found or ibenelini yenzani, or in the tile yenzani. Now, we pharmacist, or you can't know because of your records that you keep on reading and trying to understand. But for earlier, they'll feel elite, and then the costing thereof is a good. But because of umuntu or who's hungry for knowledge,
Okay.
you start trying to understand. But into lento, they're responsible for how it's costed or how it's sold.
Hey, funny. Hey, Baphulaphula. You know, and the very problem up is time. It's time. The time now is like 17 minutes before 12 o'clock. So we are left with plus minus 10 minutes before we wrap up. And kuko into apha singekafiki kuyo engicela singene kuyo nje straight. How to start your own business. How do I start my own business? Man, vele ndibuza ngolo hlobo. How do I start advice?
Boy, it's bakhona ndiyavuma bakhona abantu ababhalileyo incwadi ba.
Yes.
You know, uzawuqala apha. I think but general consensus was that you need to do research.
Okay.
First, sorry, before research, you need to know about ufuna ukwenzani. Ufuna uthengisa ama-apile.
Okay.
Now do research. Ithini imarket yama-apile kule ndawo ukuyo kuqala. Before you want to go out into the world, le ndawo ukuyo, is there a demand for ama-apile? You know, and what type of ama-apile do you want to sell? Because mhlawumbe uzothengisa ahlaza versus abomvu. And ask if akhetha kuthini ba lehlaza wena lebomvu. But now, so your research will go into that. So what is currently existing in the market? Ehambana lento yama-apile. And izonibetha kanjani or izoninceda kanjani?
Okay.
Yabona, awukaspendi imali, uyafunda, uyabukela, uncola nabantu, uyajonga, yabo. Observe, get more insight, uve izimvo zabantu. Then you get to a point about, okay, so ikhona into enje apha let's say kule lokishi yami. So what I'm gonna do now is I need to register a company. So then you come up with the company, you know, get it registered in the relevant bodies. Then was you as, you know, let's say Umajola Inc.
Okay.
You know, don't fresh apples. Yeah. Now, once that has been established, you go back to the same market, where you're gathering information from.
Okay.
But now, Majula Inc. ukona nazi apple ezihlaza. You know, who's willing to buy from? You know, ngokuthengwayo again ungalibali engqondweni ba. There's also I'm also opening up myself to people who would want to buy into your business. Yabo, investors. But the main and the basic part of it is you need to sit down and do research.
Okay.
Because abantu abaninzi, and now I think mhlambe nabanye nabaphulaphuli would agree with me, is that zininzi izinto ezithengiswayo. Abantu abathengisayo baposte on WhatsApp, uthengisa ibhulukwe, uthengisa isihlangu, uthengisa perfume, uthengisa indithile, kungathi kumnandi wena uhleli ubukele bathi ukwanda iziperfume ngathi ziyamsebenzela, now uyangena. But now that's not what you want to do. Ukopa mna njengoba ubona ngathi imali ngiyifumana. Yabo, which goes back to the independent kind your passion.
Bona pho eyona ndi dangerous galento ilendawo is the research part. In fact mandingathethi now. Baphulaphula, this is very critical. Do your homework, do your research before starting a business. I had a deliberation only yesterday, with my younger brother, Ulunat, tell me about a pensioner, and this is magama bantu, who is trying to enter the agricultural business, or and this is the career, pensioner lo mama. Uyoqala uyibizile hectares, but ndafumanisa ba lo mhlaba mkhulu kakhulu. And the worry ezena lentwana, it was troubled by the fact that lentwana nayo ikwinto agriculture, but now ithi xa incokola nalo mama ifumanisa something that is very detrimental kule idea. Akho nto irongo nge-idea, but iye ifumanisa ubana akenzanga i-homework yakhe. Xa imbuza mama uzawuvelisa masithi uzawuvelisa umbona, nanku lo mbona ke ngoku ucela ingxowa eziyi-100 uzawenza ntoni? I know ndizawube sendifuna ii-buyers. Ngobani abantu who you think into yobana would be your buyers? Akaphenduli. Mama unamazembana, uzawuthini ngamazembana akho? Akakwazi uphendula, akezi nawo. So le nto ayithethileyo uMr Dose, iboy le yam, baphulaphuli, please masibe careful, because abanye abantu bacinga fanele ibhizinesi yakhe umuntu iye yafeyila, of which khange ifeyile ibhizinesi yakhe, but ubhuthe eyona nto nzincinci ungekayi nakwi-capital. Ubhuthe nje eyona nto incinci, doing your homework, do your research, get imarket uqala, because ifana noba ndingakhe ndithi ngoku ndiyahamba ndiyenqamakwe. I'm sorry uba ndithetha abantu basenqamakwe, ndithi ndiyovula uWoolworths enqamakwe. I mean inento yintoni laa nto? Yi-time bomb leyo, izawuexplode loo nto leyo kungekudala. Yes, ticking time bomb. Icacile loo business is not going anywhere because i-target market is not there, you know. Kwelaa cala is boxers and all that. Yayibona isithi abantu bocuceze ulisi, if you know what I mean. Yayibona sithi abantu bocu bra andiyifunda into ithethayo, you know. Bra sithi serious uLuis uyaxelelwa naseWoolworths sekorojo into nobana the floor is wet, please go that side, you know. Uyaxelelwa pha kwaboxer uvela uthi ngexesha uhambayo ukuthe awubona uba kumanzi apha. Ake ngonyama kwajuda nanku uyesu ehamba phezu kwamanzi. Hey, but on a serious note fethu sondinansika laa nto iqale ngayo, laa note uyiqale ngayo ungekayinoya kwi-capital, i-research masiyenze.
Yes.
Research masiyenze for i-market, ungaqhuba phoya.
So yes, like you
I've alluded mkhumsha ba
ndifuna ukufakela ezi zilungu. You know uthethile nyani ngoba i-research like you saying abantu basenqamakwe yabo ba into nyani abayidingayo, because now i-Woolies comes with a certain level.
Okay.
Yabo ayifani no-Boxer, ayifani no-Shoprite.
Yes.
Yabo leyo it's a given.
Yes.
But now you need to understand ba i-market ka-Woolies injani.
Okay.
You know, and who's your ngubani, what working class
Okay.
are you looking at? Yabo naleyo. So hence you'd say, and I mean futhi I fail business. Your business would have failed.
Okay.
Because you have not done this.
Okay.
Then ngizosuke ngiphinde nithi nto abanye nithi nithakathiwe, kanti uzithakathe ngokwakho ngoba awuyenzanga le research that was needed.
Tyholo sisimaria.
So basically yes, like I was like I mentioned, but so you need to do that. Always being that I noticed, there's nothing wrong with having your own company,
Yes.
but mna from my own observations, ndihamba ndiqaphela uba ngathi inayo i-disadvantage.
Okay.
Ngoba now you are not accountable to anyone.
Okay.
Masithi ke ngosongenile into business, nyani ke lo mama ukuthetha ngaye wakazi uzithengisa you know amazambane nombona
Yes.
and all of that, but yonke imali iza kuye.
Okay.
Fine, bakhona abasebenzi ababhatalayo, but majority of it iza kuye.
Yes.
The decisions lie naye. So uyenza uyalungisa, uyenza uyazijonga uyalungisa, akekho umuntu osecaleni to try and guide and give another perspective. Yabo. So I need to now they must start running into partnerships and all of that. But I started understanding ba izoba ngcono if then I've got a partner enzothi xa ndithi ndifuna i-company now needs to buy a certain type of because of into ethile nto. Kanti ngoxa uwedwa uhleli uyicinga uvukuhambe uyoyenza.
Okay.
Akho mntu urefera kuye where you try and understand ba am I going the right direction?
Okay.
Yes, you can then within the industry again get mentors that will guide you. If ufuna yenzeke, you must do it this way. But now from my personal view was that it made more sense to have someone in the same space, in the same building, sibonisane, and then get to a certain point yoba now we agree on one or you don't agree on the other part.
All right. Boy, stand to now.
Mm.
Yes. We need to kuthiwa kuthini funa igama lesingesi wrap up yes memfanele
We need to make accounting to sum up.
Yes, we need to wrap up. Boy, thank you very much for coming. You know, on Social Echo, we are very sensitive to age. I'm not saying abanye abantu abadala we sine problem nabo, but we prefer using the young blood because abantu abadala bagqibile bashiye kuthi ngoku. Sileya ngoku ekufuneka into nobana siqiniseke into obana umgqeku lulandele emva kwethu. They get something out of us. Now usebenzisa abantu abadala abantwana ngoku ama2K do not relate to anything eyenzekayo. That is why bekhe kwalonto ibitrend aba 2K ashouta athukisela yathuka abantu ima80s ne70s and all that. Ama2K afuna ubona ubuso abondwana hey this one is young. If he managed to get where he is at that age, what is stopping me from achieving what he has achieved? So on Social Echo we are targeting young blood to come and motivate and to inspire the younger generation. So thank you very much my brother for coming, and please thank your partner for allowing you to come and share your experience with us. Peza Consulting. Thank you my brother. In closing, what do you have to say?
I think in closing, like we were touching on a number of things, is that, you know, one, for you to get somewhere, you know, decide, have a roadmap.
Okay.
You know, again, go back to your passion about and then follow that line.
Okay.
Yes, there's always guidance and guidelines as Koyo, things that ungazifunda and things ungazifunda ebantwini abakoyo ngaphandle.
Okay.
But now when I ufuna to be ukwanda at a certain point, you need to be dedicated, be determined uyenza loo nto. Wazi abantu abaninzi baye bathi mna ndi-inspire ngokuqaphela what. Inspiration from something already exists.
Yes.
For you to be inspired.
Yes.
But for you to be determined, dedicated, and all of that, into ofuna uyiqala wena. Not even if it does exist, but ofuna uyiqala in your own vision.
Okay.
Now, you get more people that would come and say, oh, Bani, that started businesses as going now that are running. We're not necessarily motivated by, but we're determined to get to a certain goal.
Okay.
Then you get people then over motivated to get into. So in closing, yes, if you want to get to, you know, MySpace, you need to persevere. You need to.
Okay.
Agulanga.
Perseverance prevails after all.
Uguwa kwakho must also determine ba if bese uwe u10 kg uvuka ngo15.
Okay.
Ukwazi futhi kunuzithathe uqhubeke. Ngoba akho umuntu ufike wayinikwa.
Okay.
Yes, abanye amabhodlela bazothi bakhona abantu abazinikiweyo. But yes, bayeke yabo, but we're talking about people that bayiqala phansi and saw it developing. Bulele.
Thank you very much, boy. On inspiration, but one other thing we need to be careful of as viewers and listeners, including myself, there's no problem, and it's good to be inspired by someone and want to be like someone, but we need to be careful of duplication. Ufune uba ngulo mntu uthi ube nguye nyani.
Yes.
Because you end up missing a point yakho of being on earth, because there was a reason for you to, there is a reason for you to live.
Correct.
Because once kubekho ukwanda babini, duplication leyo, and that is very dangerous, because one of you now is existing, not living, and there's a vast difference between the two. Correct. There's a difference between existing and living. Yes. One of you guys, one of the kwandas, and most of the time is usually the second kwanda, the one who was inspired by the original kwanda, who misses a point yakhe and the purpose ebomini. My boy, thank you very much, Lonayam. Thank you very much, my boy. Thank you very much. Uyindoda wethu. Uthi njilo.
Njengoba neza abantu ngixelelo.
Uyitakwe thina. I'm proud. Ngisuka kude nawe kwetini. Wohlulwa sisizulu ngapha eDurban wena. Boy yami ndinomnye umuntu elayinini. Ndinomnye umuntu elayinini ngapha. umuntu akagcaba laa ndoda kule ungugcaba laa ndoda ine-crisis yomjolo qithi
lo azobekhala
kuye kanye kanye yes kwenini
Ajamu lolo kunjani?
Di-grand bunda kanjani
Ukhala kumedisi mntu man. Ukhala akubasikali but hayi. Akumedakala kunjani kulo cala?
bra sithi azikho zibe zikhona here we are
Yeah.
legend isaphila and legend isifake ezintweni
Siyangena ezintweni.
ayikho enye indlela
Once nxa ungumuntu ungabi nazi principles ne-boundaries and stuff uzoba sengxakini.
okay
Funa ukuyazi uba into ethile ndiyayenza, into ethile andiyenze and I don't compromise.
okay
You understand? Because sesegade ezingxakini nje because singena ezintweni singazazi, singena ezintweni nezinye injongo. You understand?
okay
Let me make an example of a relationship. That word, relationship. You understand?
yes
Relation on its own has a meaning. That is ubuhlobo. You understand?
yes
Then we go to that ship. Ship means something that is moving from one place to another. Ship, like now we're shipping things from one place to another. It's moving. You understand? So now ungena ku-relationship ungena kubuhlobo obuqhubelekayo. Abupheleli kule ndawo buyaqhubeleka. Andibona? It means ke ngonxa ungena ke ngofuneka ungena unenjongo. Once ungena ungenanjongo uzoba sengxakini. You understand? There is relationship. Ukhona ubuhlobo, ukhona bayaphela abuyindawo uburight ubusawuthetha nje ngoku iphinde iphele lapha lena namsebenzi nayo. But once ungena ku-relationship ungenanjongo.
okay
Ongeni ubuka umzekelo wake wasebenza erenkini okanye ukuya erenkini. Erenkini ufika iteksi zimile zininzi. Njengoba zimile nxa bahlala odrayiva kulingahambiyo. Yabona ngoku
okay
bayafuna uhlala kule teksi but abafuni uhamba nayo. Inithi kuthiwa yi-10 yayo layithe erenkini kuthiwa hayi mayihambe leyo layithe sawuhlala kulingahambi. Abafuni uya kule ndawo iya kule teksi but bayafuna uhlala nayo teksi. You understand?
yes
Bayafuna uba nobuhlobo but not ubuhlobo obuhambayo ubuqhubeka. Ubuhlobo babo nale teksi mabuphelele kule ndawo. You understand? It's very dangerous ke ungena nomuntu kwi-relationship kanti yena akafuni ubuhlobo obuqhubekayo, ufuna ubuhlobo obuphelayo, ufuna ubuhlobo obuqhubekayo. You understand? That is why abantu bekhala is because yena ungena ufuna obuqhubekayo kanti obam uyaphela apha. You understand?
khangabe clear ngale nto ayingenelayo and khangabe clear nalo
That is why mna ndithi
ngeenjongo zalo angena naye
exactly kuyo kuthiwa hayi masingayithi igama, masingayiniki igama. Wathi nongayiniki igama basoba khona siyakhona. It must have a name. From the beginning it must have a name.
uba sikhe sayinika igama sizayimosha
Hayi mani masingayibika igama. Ikhe sayinika igama sayimosha. Hayi ngeefeelings zikabani. Ngeefeelings zikabani. So we need to take for example jonga ngokumzekelo. This is the last weekend ku-Feb, ne?
yes
Abantu bayakhalaza bahlangilasa, abantu bayakhalaza ngoku-relationship, bayakhalaza abantu abandifuni. You understand?
okay
As much as ba uThixo that is utata kaYesu engangeni emjolweni but akafuni ngabantu bakhe.
okay
Akangeni emjolweni but akafuni ngabantu bakhe. Ukubonile kuyi-problem wena. That is why engafuni uprotect abantu bakhe from wena. That is why ungalazi. Uthi xa ungena kwenye relationship mhlawumbi ungena ngebhebho engakubonanga, akakubonanga. Athi nxa isithi akulo nanko ikhatha abantu phela kunonyula kulapha. Ungilaphi. It's because uThixo is protecting abantu bakhe from you because you are the problem. Understand? So i-relationship ifuna siyijonga loo ndlela uba bubuhlobo obuqhubekayo, not just nje ubuhlobo buphele lapha. So nxa ningena funeke nibe clear uba siyaphi from here, where are you going, siyaphi.
xa ingathi igama ngozi into yona kungenwa ngezam kodwa ii-feelings makakhotspotisele ukuthi mayinganikwa igama
masingayithini ngegama mani ingxaki oh izoba complicated bakum befuna ubetha izocomplicate izinto kwara mabheke leyo
jo bamamelo yi-ladies zisifuna engcwabeni nyani uve xa seyizokulahla you know we need to talk akuhlalisa apha kubeka apha phantsi akujonga apha ebusweni you know this is not working uxa uzawuphefumla uqomba uzawuthetha athi no it's not you it's me uqomba yayi nkosi yam
athi you deserve better athi you deserve better ubona ndilapha futhi apha athi you deserve better athi you are a good man ne but no I think ndiyakuyiluza something you deserve better. And I know that you won't see it from where you stand, but believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Okay.
ulahlwa phantsi ihlo but wendlalelwa nje umatrasi into yobana mawungankaleki esamentini
ungankaleki esamentini funeka ungazivi uyawa but uyawina but funeka ungazivi uyawa uyisho nje smooth yabona
yo futhi ndiyabulela manje ngexesha lakho mntokwethu ixesha seliphelile.
Alright mkhulu ndiyabulela nami man.
Ndiyabulela ihlo otherwise i-weekend wenzani kwelo cala?
Weekend no akhonto ndiyenzayo ndizawuya nje ebholeni ndiyobukela nabafana abancinci then ndibuye ndiye endlini.
Uhamba wedwa?
No ndihamba nobhuti wam. Ndithe makathula apha ecala kwam ndikwathethi umfundisi uthethe radio ngizalulona uthethe radio.
Hey brad ndiyabulela mntakwethu man enjoy the rest of the day and in a weekend yakho have a productive weekend sendikuva kuyosaphetha i-young blood and bayasidinga into nokubani kwenze babazokhuthazeka because ezintwana xa zenza into ezirongo singabokuqala uzicriticize but xa senza kakuhle si-away simjonga kude
Jonga kude at least nxa zinibona zithi kuthe naku TikTok masizimisele mazingibona so yeah to give the support and also meet I can say my followers and everything, you understand? Even yes. Though they just hacked my account name.
Okay.
In Ikonalando, you need to accept defeat with grace. Sometimes you need to accept defeat with grace. Even though I'm defeated, but you understand?
Okay.
They can take anything away from me, but not everything.
Uyigqibile mntakwethu ndiyabulela mntakacaba ndiyabulela ihlo mani ube nesuku oluhle nempela veke grand.
Ndiyabulela mhlobo wami ndiyabulela kakhulu.
Ndiyabulela ke mntakwethu ndiyabulela bafu. Thank you danko bafu amandla. Baphulaphuli thank you very much. I-weekend yethu ke isaqhubeka but i-social echo has come to an end. Xesha ngoku is 4 minutes past 12. This is Keith Ngesi Radio here to motivate, entertain and to uplift us spiritually. Ayingo spiritually fethu ngo spiritually yo lomfo it's spiritually not spiritually fethu isingese singaphumula
hothela kanje icala udibana
spiritually ladies and gentlemen let us go or let us always remember that wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share it.
Correct.
When it's wrong it's wrong, when it's wrong it's wrong, you know. And do the best you can until you know better. And when you know better, do better. And let us always remember, once again, just a reminder. The future is not some place we are headed. It is what we make every day. And the route to the future changes both the maker and the destination. Thank you very much, guys. See you on Saturday next week at 11. Sibe sonke kube mnandi kuthi tsi kuthi vu mntakwethu bundithembise ngelunch
yo
thank you very much ngokuvuma Phiwe uyayifuna lunch ubawa kakhulu ke wena ubawa kakhulu Phulaphuli thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Enjoy and be safe. Thank you.